Hello, hello everyone, and welcome back to Singularity Roleplay, where we're here, we're queer, and we're ready to get things into gear. I will be your camp counselor for the evening and during your entire stay with us here, and you can call me Meg or Meg Mysteria if you're feeling formal about it. Before we play popcorn and get to know everyone to introduce themselves, I wanted to clear up a few rules and misconceptions about camp. If we had to pretend we're a summer camp in a movie, it would be rated M for mature, so if you're easily upset by any of the following topics, we highly encourage you to step away and take all the time you need to in order to take care of yourself. Stop and check in with the camp nurse, hang out under the trees with a friend, whatever aftercare you need. Topics that may be brought up while on campgrounds may include, but is not limited to, the following: homophobia, transphobia, hate crimes, hate speech, gore, death, general violence, discriminatory speech and violence, and the mention and use of particular slurs. Please understand that all campers are aware of these topics and that we have multiple safety tools in place for them to use, and they will always have direct access to me as their lead counselor. We will always make sure that they have all the time and aftercare needed to recover from anything that might cause them to feel unsettled while here at camp. We'll play ball here shortly. I've just got one more announcement. This camp takes the current political affairs very seriously, so this month we'll be collecting donations for America Cares, a group dedicated to relief efforts during the ongoing crisis in Gaza. So if you take a look on the bulletin board below us in the About section, there will be a button you can press to donate and shake things up for the cast. All right, campers, let's surround the talking stick and introduce ourselves. And while you're at it, what's your favorite natural occurring event? Oh god, who did we start with last time? I don't remember. Does anybody remember?
I actually think it might have been LC.
And if we're going in order, that would make it Danny.
Hi, I'm Danny, Danny's Corner. Returning today to play Liza. Pronouns, both of ours are she, they, though Liza's probably still figuring that out a little bit. Oh wow. I forgot the question. What's our favorite natural occurring event?
Yes.
Me as Danny, I would say rain. I really like thunderstorms. Except when it happens when I'm doing things, and they are very loud in my ear. But otherwise, they're very relaxing. For Liza, I think Liza with like a light spry, like the very lightest, so like a spring spry, I think would be sorry, you probably can't hear it. Rain's getting very loud. Would be for Liza because everything else brings her anxiety. That's all from me. I'm happy to be back. I forgot it's popcorn. We gotta go. It's Okay, hey Vermin. Hi Vermin.
Everybody, I'm Legendary Vermin. Tonight I'm going to be playing Mickey, who also is experiencing confusion around gender. And Mickey's favorite naturally occurring event. Were you able to see Halley's Comet in 1986? Because I'm gonna say it's probably comets, because comets are really cool. Yeah.
Oh.
With that, let's pass it over to Sin.
Okay. Hi. I'm Sin, always surprised by popcorn. Synthetic 20 on all the social media that matters, and I'm playing Pat, the misanthropic big strong girl. Words are very difficult. I use they them pronouns. Pat is using she her pronouns. And as far as like naturally occurring events, for Sin, it's the moonbow. There are only like 4 places on Earth where they happen, and they're really fucking cool if you get a chance to look them up. I saw one in Cumberland Falls, and it was awesome. For Pat, she probably enjoys thunderstorms. Like, if you don't got to be out in them, then it has a certain music to it that I feel like she would vibe with. And I'm going to popcorn to Alan.
Hey everybody, my name's Alan. I play Kenny. And honestly, I'm him, same as Kenny. Honestly, I think both Kenny and I have the same one, and it's thunder snow. If you've never experienced thunder snow, it's really cool. And let's go ahead and go to Ken.
Everybody, my name is Kian. My pronouns are they, he. I am playing Finley, whose pronouns are they, he as well, I think. Unclear. And Finley and I are one and the same. We just like to stargaze. So I promise I'm not just doing it because it was mentioned in the tweet, but meteor showers are my fucking jam. That is what I'm here for. That's what Finley is here for. I will toss it back over to Camp Counselor Meg.
Counselor Meg is also a fan of meteor showers, which means tonight's gonna be awesome. Yeah. So living at camp these last couple of days has been like living in the dark ages since the power's been out. The generators are really only being reserved for the main buildings and kind of used intermittently when they're needed. So most of the activities are taking place outside in the natural daylight. And you guys are kind of left to your own devices. Is there anything that you would like to pick up and explore with?
So last time Kenny had finally gone up to, I can't remember his name now.
Alex.
Yeah, I finally went up to Alex and it's like, yeah, I like you. Here, have a kiss on the cheek, and then just quickly ran away.
As teenagers do.
Yeah, I think Kenny probably would have gone and just quick sprinted as quickly as he could over to Mickey. Like, Mickey.
What?
I did it. I kissed Alex.
Mouth?
Like on the cheek.
Still good. Nice work.
Yeah.
Did he say anything?
I don't know. I ran.
It's a start.
I was scared.
That's understandable.
I think he said something about, "Wow, I move quickly," and I was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go now."
You sure proved him correct. Are you sweating? How far did you run to tell me this?
From the chow hall.
Fair enough. Well,
Oh god.
good for you, pal. You've come a long way. It's so short of time. I'm just really proud of you.
Thanks, girl.
You got it, Fred. And I think despite them being very goofy about this, Mickey does go in for a big hug.
Oh yeah.
Squeeze.
You're my friend.
Duh.
Like you could actually see like a little bit of a tear in Kenny's eye. He's just like, I'm so happy. Oh god.
Wait, so no, you said that wasn't your first boy kiss because that happened at a spin the bottle?
Yeah. No, this wasn't my first, but it's definitely my first camp one.
Yes. Wait, weren't you in the same tent as him?
Yeah. And we were spooning.
High fives.
Like Teddy's face, just big old bright red tomato, and he just awkwardly gives you the high five. All right. I need to go find more candles because I got to go draw something.
All right. I think there were some, and Mickey's gonna like cruise off in the direction of the arts and crafts room, not really thinking about the fact that potentially some of those candles were crafts. And help Kenny secure some candles.
Thank you. Oh my god.
Can I interject real quick?
Yes.
If you're going to the arts and crafts room, oh, let me try remember things real quick to make sure this is correct. This is at the Liza. Hold on, because I remember when I think I was last year, everybody was like somewhere else, and then Liza had stayed behind somewhere. Are we all at the main camp right now?
Yeah, we've all come
Yes.
back to the main camp.
Okay, great. Okay, cool. You will whether you see her or not is up to you guys. But Liza is in the arts and crafts room under a table, just with a little piece of paper pressed up against a book, and she's just staring at a blank piece of paper under a table.
Liza, are you okay? Do you need a candle or some help?
How can you see your paper? It's so dark with the power out.
I can't.
Is there anything written on that?
No. I didn't really think about it that much.
And Mickey, like arms full of candles that are not hers. What
You
are
have
you
some kids
doing?
questioning.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know. I think I had a lot of feelings. And I was thinking of advice I've been given lately. And something I was told lately, or with something I did with you both. Sorry. Sorry. Something I did with you both is when we did the finger painting, and then we sort of just had to do it. And so we thought maybe if I just did something that was related to that sort of, that could give a similar feeling of freedom. I sort of tried to reason it out in my mind, and I thought that would be a good conclusion to come to. But I can't really see very well, and the dark is making it worse, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to go up to anybody and say, "Can I borrow a candle to do something with under a table with paper?" Oh, you're okay.
Oh, come here.
If it's a solo thing that you're trying to do, I can light that for you and you can skedaddle. But it sounded like Kenny was also gonna do some art.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. No, that's okay. It wasn't.
Do you want to join us?
specifically- Yeah.
Cool. I should grab some paper too. And Mickey will just like tear off a huge sheet of butcher paper without really thinking about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, this can carry the candles. And then puts 10 candles, definitely made by other campers, definitely have names on them, into the situation. And kind of fold it up and roll it so it can be tucked under an arm.
Is that okay?
Kenny takes
the paper? The paper's fine, yeah.
Okay.
Kenny takes one, goes, "Oh, it's Charlie's. Yeah, we're using this one first."
No, it's Charlie's.
He put his initials on it, and it looks like shit. It's got to be him.
And Mickey will unroll the candle package and kind of look through. None of these have my initials on them. Where else do they have candles at camp?
Maybe
Chow?
there could be in the storage. There may be some spare ones that they were keeping in the offices in case.
To the
Oh. Well, I can wait here.
You sure?
I can. I mean, we could also maybe. Oh, that's stealing. That's fine. I mean, maybe we could make our own candles and then use those, because then we're doing a crafts in the same spot, and also maybe, I mean, I'm not sure exactly what was planning to be made, but I mean,
I don't think that the wax melting stuff. I'm pretty sure it plugs into the wall.
right, the power source.
Ooh, I have an idea. So we use these candles to make more candles, and then we'll have more candles.
Oh, but that's
For taking stuff from like stores, but somebody made that.
But I mean, people make things.
What's
in
gotten into you,
stores.
Kenny?
I don't know.
Charlie's, I get. We'll take Charlie's. He's an asshole.
What?
Yeah. After getting shot with a paintball gun, you can't look at life differently. You just see him like
everything
stare
you
off
can
into the
get,
distance.
Yeah.
Let's not make candles. Let's just go ask for some, or like a lantern or something,
Okay.
and then we can hang out at the cabin. Come on,
Let's just go.
just get out from under there.
You see, like, Liza's like nodding, like as if she's like, yeah, I'll go out, and she's not moving. Like she like slowly goes to grab your hand, but her body is not moving.
Something
Hey,
wrong?
hold on. And Kitty just reaches under the table and lifts her up.
I'm standing now. I'm upright. Wow, that's it's okay. Hi.
I love the stage direction in the middle.
Yeah. Okay.
And the can. Oh, this is Lars' candle. No worries.
Okay, cool.
Okay. And I guess if they head to, well, where are we going?
Well, I guess if we
People
have
we
two,
hate at camp.
guess if
Fuck
we have two
Charlie and
candles-
fuck Lars.
I guess if we have two candles, we can just head back to the cabin. Right?
We can make that work.
Okay. The entire
Still a
walk
huge
back.
sheet of butcher paper.
The entire walk back, you see Liza is like looking around very anxiously. Like as she's walking, it's like she keeps like, it looks like her head is just constantly on someone. She's constantly glancing around, but she doesn't say anything about it. She's also like speed walking a little bit.
I imagine that speed walking for her next to the two tallest people in the or two of the tallest people in the cabin is like just at a pace for their lope.
Yeah.
Is anybody else in the cabin when we arrive back?
I had a thought for where Pat would be, and it involved Kian.
Go crazy, because I've been the whole time have been like, where would Finley be during all this? And I have no idea. Finley is not letting anybody know where they are, including me. So let's go.
Well,
Love that.
I think we had talked at one point about Finley and Pat doing sparring.
Yes.
I feel like that is a legitimate place for them to be.
Yeah.
So it would probably be a little bit away from the cabin. And the only thing that's important to note about this is at some points during the sparring session, you are noticing that Pat is like leaning in to like punches at some points. It's almost as if she is trying to get minor injuries. For some reason. No idea why.
I'm trying to think about where Finley's headspace has been the last couple of weeks. I think Finley probably gets a sense of like, Pat, like you're aware enough of this process that like clearly you're doing something here, but who am I to tell you to stop? So Finley's not pulling any punches. You know, they're like, 5'2", I think I said. So there's that short king energy.
Yes, there is almost an entire foot difference in their height.
But I do think that there's probably a lot of joy for Finley in being able to wail on somebody who, like, one, knows what they're doing, and two, size-wise, like, it's so disproportionate that, like, Finley knows that this is not going to do, like, permanent damage to Pat, so they're having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. I think at that point we could probably head back, maybe a good hit to the jaw.
Walking like I've won the fucking lottery. Like, whether or not, it doesn't matter. I am pointedly ahead of Pat, so that the first person that I come across, I can say, look, can you see that shiner on Pat's jaw? I did that. Because I know that it's not true, but I don't want Pat to ruin this for me before I've had a chance.
Pat has no intention of ruining it for Finley.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And I am absolutely just fucking glowing at this supposed fight. This fight that I've won in my head that I didn't actually win.
So I guess at that point we are walking up to the cabin.
There's something very funny about the idea of like Kenny, Mickey, and Liza are like mid arts and crafts or like mid like drawing, and then in comes two somewhat battered battered Pat and Finley, and Finley just looks too happy for the situation. I think Liza won't be doing. She's mainly watching Kenny. I think she's like near Kenny and just like watching like his process pretty much, and getting comfortable with that. But the second like she sees the door open, I think it notices Finley first. I think she goes to wave her hand, and no words come out because the concern comes first. So she waves her hand, pauses, and then stares for a while.
You guys gonna go draw some shit?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Cool.
You okay?
I'm great. You should see the other guy. Points over to Pat.
Yeah, oh, Liza. And at this point, you realize where the scheme had gone because Pat thought that Liza was working in the medical tent right now.
Oh my god.
What?
Nice try.
Oh.
Nice try.
You
Hey,
should probably go to the medical tent to get that checked out.
yeah, I guess probably should. Yeah.
No,
We
you
have
can
a
go
perfectly good Liza right here, though.
Finley, what did you do?
He got a lucky shot in.
That
Good
doesn't
work.
look like one lucky shot. I've been in a fight before.
I mean, we were going back and forth
Why were
beforehand.
we fighting?
It looks at Finley.
What did Pat hit? Like land any blows on Finley? Would Pat have tried to, or like if they were there taking him?
Might have, if there was a moment, like done a quick throw or two,
Okay.
but she would mostly be like focused on blocking and like redirecting force, Mr.
Okay.
Miyagi style almost.
Gotcha. In the very like broy, I don't even know how to do it because I'm very glad to say I haven't done it, but like that broy thing where you're just kind of like, oh yeah, like that didn't bother me none. Finley is definitely gonna play it up as like having no injuries at all. I've never done it because I'm a fucking weenie, and you can always tell if I have gotten hit with something. Everyone's like, oh yeah, Kian absolutely got hit in the face today. Yeah, unfortunately.
I
But
imagine Mickey like picked some grass out of your hair from being thrown.
just yeah, like it was all good fun. Like Pat said,
Back.
I am very sheepishly like trying to go toward my bunk to grab a change of clothes.
As somebody who has been thrown, both Kenny and Ellen, Kenny, just to be a smartass, would give you a clap on the back. She's like, "Oh, nice."
Yeah, there is the classic like, and like kind of tense up for a second and force, breathe slow, and then start walking again. Yeah, no, it was all good. Hey, Pat, do you need somebody else to go to the infirmary with you just to make sure you get there okay?
I mean, if anybody wants to come with me, I wouldn't, stop anyone.
Is Pat looking at Liza?
Probably like furtive glances at Liza.
Oh my god.
Finley is like, no, please God, don't ask Liza. Let me pretend to take care of you so that I can go to the Finley's not gonna say shit about it, so
I don't think that Pat's going to say shit about it either. Like this was her grand scheme, and it has failed on the most basic level.
Fumbled at part 2.
Because you know who would volunteer to be helpful and nice. Oh, if somebody needs to go, I could take you. I'm full of energy. You probably want to hit the showers, right?
are you saying that to who?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Direction. I got this.
This comedy of errors is the reason that Meg doesn't need to do shit.
Not a thing. Not a single thing.
It's beautiful.
I mean,
I have exactly 3 lines in my notes, and this is exactly why.
Goddamn.
I'm gonna get some clothes and go change at the shower. It's gonna take a shower and change, I guess.
okay, I guess I'll go change.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You said you
Nikki.
were fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's go.
let's go. Yeah.
Wait. Okay, wait. Oh.
Do you want to join us?
There's a look, and Mickey's like looking at Pat and looking looking at Liza and looking at Pat and looking at Liza.
I just feel like I have
Oh shit! I forgot something, and just tears off. In
Wait, oh wow. Oh wow.
You got this, Liza. You can take it to the classroom.
What?
I mean,
No, just be careful. I need find.
Mickey nearly eats shit, stumbles, keeps going.
the run backwards almost eats shit.
No running backwards, just running full forwards, like sprinter style.
Good job, Mickey. I believe in you.
So, Liza, you,
Wow. I was like, we could go to the medical kit if you want. I was like, I also have, a first aid kit. And maybe if you want to do something, just so we don't have to keep going walking back and forth because this is a lot, and it's very, it can be very dark. There's light outside.
Yeah.
But, it can be dark.
That makes perfect sense.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we can say, and then the camp saves resources, and I can always. I probably what. It's up to. I mean, if it feels like you need to go to the medical center and have like direct attention, and like if it hurts that much, then obviously we should go there because your health goes first. And if you are in pain, then that should be treated out. If I have something that ease pain.
I've had a lot worse than this.
Oh wow! It's just that. It's just, I understand. It's just, I understand that's fine. And, pain tolerance is somewhat of a thing that builds up. However, it's just, it can be different.
Yeah.
So with how you feel like right now. So if it's like right now, you feel you need urgent medical attention. That's very important that we get back to you. But if you think it could be fine with just some water and rest, and maybe just helping you.
Thinking about it, it would probably be because now the gears are turning and Pat is like, oh, I could stay here or could get Liza to come with me to the medical tent and then we have time alone with each other for a little bit. And that she's like, yeah, actually that sounds like it would probably be best. Adrenaline and everything. Sometimes you don't know where your limits are.
Okay, we should go then. Okay. Finley's going to take a shower. I can't even ask. Kenny. I'm sorry if I made so much noise. I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm interrupting your process. I was just saying when Finley comes back, if you could ask if they're okay, and just.
Oh, you're fine. I got this. I'll keep an eye out.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll hold down the fort.
Okay. Okay. And then Liza will look at Pat, and then look at the door, and then stare at the door for a second.
And Pat will think about it, and then slowly offer her a handout to Liza.
I think Liza takes it too quickly. Without even meaning to, I think she just really quickly takes it with both of her hands. Takes your one hand. And she just says, okay, yeah, we should go because the traveling can run out very fast. And then if there's something internal, because even if it's like a small scuffle, like sometimes it's sort of like you said there, if like you could like twist something and you might not even realize, or they could be internal. Oh, there could be internal bleeding. Oh wait, no, I shouldn't even say that. Okay, we should. Hi, sorry, I'm talking so much, and you can be bleeding.
She starts walking, pulling Liza along.
Liza seems still a little resistant, but less resistant in her mind of a medical emergency that actually may be happening. So she is a bit more okay with going outside or walking around.
After 10 solid seconds of silence in the cabin, Mickey bursts back in. I was like, okay, I'm ready to take Pat to the tent. The medical tent.
Pretty sure they're good to go.
Did you not hear what I said?
Not that I didn't hear it, but I think Pat had other things and just kind of took them.
Okay. And then Mickey will plop down and start drawing the Atuin, the turtle from Color of Magic, on a corner of this giant piece of butcher paper.
Nice. Kitty flips over his book and shows you he's drawing he's drawing Pat but with cat ears. I think I'm gonna try and get this to be a trend. Just give everybody cat ears, right? That's fun.
You should give Liza bunny ears.
You just see Kitty flip the page over and start working.
Wow.
Has Redwall come out yet?
I don't
think
know.
so.
Published 1986.
Holy shit.
New publication. It's all the rage. It's trending.
Well, we've established Mickey as somebody who enjoys sci-fi, so I wonder if Mickey, the other book that Mickey has, is Redwall.
I think Kenny's gonna start drawing Mickey as a squirrel.
The indignance.
I think Mickey, like myself, probably identifies more as like a rat, but won't say anything out loud about that.
What are squirrels but rats with bushy tails?
Dumb as hell, constantly forgetting where they put their food.
It's my favorite fucking fact about squirrels.
Hoard all the food,
Their
forget where it is.
stupidity is literally essential to our ecosystem.
Just like me, for real.
No, Danny.
What?
God damn it, Danny.
I didn't even hear what was said.
Just like me, for real. Nonsense.
Oh,
Get out of here.
So you make your way to the medical tent.
As we're walking, Pat would probably feel that Liza's like hold on her head is like tightening a little bit, and like she's still doing the thing of like looking around a lot, like constantly, like she seems on alert more so than usual, which is a wild thing to say. But she's like constantly glancing around and seeing like she's like on the lookout for something.
I think after like a long period of silence, probably like a couple minutes, like on their way to the tent, Pat feels Liza's hands tightening and thinks that it's because of the medical emergency. And Pat is going to be like, you should probably know that there's not an emergency.
Sorry, wait, what?
No, it's fine. She whole out stops and takes a piece of paper out, and you see her writing. And then she, once she gets done, hands the paper to Liza.
I think at first Liza doesn't even notice you're passing it around because she's looking. Like, she keeps glancing around, but then I think she finally does notice. Sorry. And she'll take it.
And
look at it.
she'll start walking slowly toward the medical tent so that Liza can catch up once she's done reading. But the note, it's very hastily scrawled, and it just says, I was looking for an excuse to come see you.
I think Liza actually like pauses for a second. Like, I think the anxiety she has and like this panic that she's be having for whatever reason, almost pauses for a second, and she smiles. She just gets like fidgety, but she gets like fidgety over being giddy instead of being scared. And she just like, keeps reading it over and over.
And after a minute, Pat is going to like turn around. She's probably about like 10, 15 feet away and hold her hand out again.
Hi. Oh, sorry. Okay. Hi. And then she will run, sprint up and grab Pat's hand again. And she's still holding the piece of paper. It's like folded very nicely and like in her palm, and she keeps holding it. And she'll say, if you want, you can just you can ask. I like spending time with you, so you can just ask and we can spend time. You don't need an excuse. That's okay though. I mean, it's okay if you want to look for an excuse, because I understand that. But I'm just saying, you don't.
I don't think I'll have to look for an excuse anymore.
Oh. Hey, Pat. And her hand tightens. I really don't like being outside right now. Can we
Yeah, sure. You can get going. Are you okay?
I mean, yeah, I'm fine. I mean, I'm okay.
Well, if you want to talk about something or, write it down, I'm here.
Thank you. And I think Liza gets like overwhelmed almost with feelings because she doesn't know what to do, and so I think she just hugs you. She just like pulls you into like a very tight hug, and she hides like her face in your. Pat is very tall, so this, but She hides like her face in like her arm, and is there for a second.
I honestly think at that point, Pat would probably forget the initial goal of the medical tent. Like, the hug is the only thing at this point. And she just puts her arms around Liza.
And then I think after a bit, I'm not sure. I feel like Liza will be the one to come to, like, gain consciousness of the situation and be like, "Oh wow, this is happening," and like step away, but still like be holding Pat's arm, and then we'll usher to the medical tent.
It started as Pat leading Liza, now it's Liza leading Pat. Are you good with the scene ending there? I think that's a good point.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Liza showing up at the medical tent like, I have to deliver you another one of my co-campers.
They got injured again.
It keeps happening. I don't know why.
Half of Violet Cabin has been recorded in the injury book more than once.
More than once.
Like, more than half at this point. I think it's everyone but Sabrina and Liza.
Oh, come on. Sabrina's probably done something.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Probably.
I mean,
I think I make up for the
throw.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I make up for the two of them by having gone in there 3 or 4 times now.
Yeah.
I just have to keep up the average.
So,
Where's Finley?
we good.
Finley's taking a shower. Finley's thinking about his life choices and how he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing half the time.
That's so real, Finley.
He's having some existential moments.
Yep. No, Finley would have just probably gone back to the cabin after. And are Mickey and Kenny still hanging out in the cabin?
Mickey has started and abandoned several drawings of turtles.
Delightful. Finley's probably going to walk in and start giving feedback. Assume that Finley knows what they're talking about. I can't draw to save my life, so I have no idea how to give feedback on turtle drawings. But
I also feel like maybe it's just Finley roasting Mickey's drawings of turtles.
110%.
They're not great.
Feedback. Mostly just looking for an excuse. It's just like I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna talk with Mickey, but I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. I tried to be cool earlier and it didn't work out because everybody could tell that I got my ass handed to me a couple of times. I think maybe I missed something about Liza and Pat. I'm not really sure. Like, Finley feels really off of their game right now.
Does Finley ever say that last bit out loud?
About Liza and Pat?
Yeah.
Eventually, yes.
Okay.
Eventually would probably just... So, I'm sorry. Who all in our cabin is dating right now?
Is that a trick question? and Mickey will like put down the pencil. Is like tummy down on floor, but like chin turned up.
Tummy down on floor.
Is that a trick question?
No. I just no. Liza and Pat are they? I thought that Sabrina and Pat maybe had a thing.
I thought that too, because they were in the same tent.
I'm gonna look over at Kenny. Kenny, did you know anything about any of this?
And are you dating Alex?
You're dating Alex?
Can't hear you, bud.
No, I'm not dating Alex. I just kissed him and I ran away.
I feel like that's not nothing.
I think Mickey's right.
But have Liza and Pat kissed and run away? What does
Cough.
Sabrina think of this?
I'm so confused about who all is dating in our cabin.
Kenny just looks at the two of you and like, you guys are so fucking awkward. I don't even know what to do with you.
No. Finley looks like appropriately like red-faced, but is like genuinely this is a genuine I'm just really confused about okay, look, I'm not gonna lie. Everybody knows. Everybody in this cabin is very attractive. It's one of our best qualities as a cabin, okay? That's part of why we are the best cabin. All
Mickey
very attractive.
slapping the ground, being like, yeah.
So of course, at least one of us was gonna end up dating somebody else. But like, are we all dating each other now? Well, you're not. I don't want to say you're dating
you
down, Kenny, but
You're certainly dating out.
dating out. Dating out's a good way to put it.
Listen, I'm not dating Charlie, so I think everywhere from there is just straight up.
No. It's gay up. Oh, you
Yes.
meant okay.
Yes.
I mean, I guess it's not any of my business, but I don't know. I'm just a little curious. Aren't there people who date multiple people at one time?
What?
Yeah, there are. My
Like
aunt
Mormons,
does.
right?
No.
No, not like the Mormons.
For
They're
the
a cult.
record, polyamory came up in group therapy.
Mickey and Finley were not there.
Oh, got it.
So this is very likely the first time that Mickey has ever even conceived of consensual polyam.
Yeah, my aunt's polyamorous, polysexual. I don't know. She's poly something.
Why do I care about your aunt's name?
No.
No.
Like,
What relevance does that have?
No,
she
that's
has
what
a
it's
girlfriend,
called.
and her girlfriend has a boyfriend, and then my aunt has her husband, who also has his boyfriend.
When you date multiple people.
So they're like a big molecule?
A polycule.
We got there. That's
a
the
better
important
name
thing.
for it.
That's the important thing.
I'm sure somebody will come up with a better one.
Maybe it doesn't matter. I do want to ask Sabrina because I thought that Sabrina and Pat had a thing, and I don't know if Sabrina knows that I guess Liza and Pat are now a thing.
Well, are they?
I don't know.
Or is Liza just taking Pat to the tent? Because I was going to take Pat to the tent.
Yeah,
But then I realized I left my weed in the arts and crafts room.
No one knew that's where you were headed.
I said it very clearly.
You really didn't.
Agree to disagree.
Okay.
And after being roasted for the drawings of turtles, Mickey has gone on to draw Finley in like a silly caricature.
I absolutely. Finley's going to spend an ungodly amount of time trying to piece together the dating web that is happening at summer camp right now.
I think Kenny will help you. He'll flip to a blank page and just start writing everybody's name down to try and branch it.
I want this to be camp-wide. I want it just a running thing that there is now this like weird diagram.
We have butcher paper. Oh,
Ooh,
can it be on the other
Yes.
side of the butcher paper?
Yes.
It's just tacked up in the cabin now.
Yes.
tacked up or tastefully slid under one of our mattresses whenever it's
literally
not
was
just
like-
the three of us in the cabin.
Exactly.
I don't think that Finley is capable of tact.
Hey now. Finley tries their damn hardest, okay? But it's true. I would certainly want it hidden under the bed. I would forget. So unless the two of you remember to do that when we leave the room, it will absolutely just be hanging out.
But we won't post it up on the wall with big red strings to tie each camper together.
I'm just imagining Counselor Meg walking in as we're working on this.
Group arts and crafts.
Oh no. Counselor Meg won't care. Counselor Olivia will give you the tea.
Wait,
Who is Counselor Olivia? Which cabin is that?
she's the one who gave me the list.
Cabin.
The list! And Mickey will pull out a list of cosmetics.
Pink
Wait,
cabin.
we should go to Counselor Olivia, quick. And Mickey will tear off the portion that's just dumb drawings, roll the rest of it up, and be like, "Come on, let's go." Olivia
Going to
knows
Pink
everything about everybody. Come on.
Yeah. Finley's gone. Hell yeah.
You coming, Kenny?
Yeah, why not?
And Olivia. As we kind of huddle conspiratorially outside of Pink Cabin.
Is it raining outside? If it's raining outside, our schematics are ruined.
It's done
It is
in
not raining.
either
Okay, good.
pencil or crayon. We're fine. Butcher papers is somewhat hardy, right?
So you run over to Pink Cabin and bust down Olivia's door.
Metaphorically, yes.
Because say we politely knock, I think.
Olivia opens the door and says, "Oh, what's up, guys?"
We need to know who's dating.
Oh, yes. What they said.
Who's dating? Why?
Yeah.
Metrics?
Metrics.
Metrics.
That's the best excuse you can give me.
No?
Is gambling better or worse?
I like gambling.
Okay. Then it's for gambling.
It's a
Get in here.
tontine of gay.
It's a what?
It's a tontine of gay. We're
Ton-
placing bet.
A tontine. Okay. I heard a ton-teen of gay, and I was like, is this some sort of joke about how a ton of teens here are gay? Okay.
No. A tontine of gay.
Yeah.
The
The last
person
person not left dating
wins
gets
the
all the
pool.
money.
Yeah.
So instead of a dead pool, it's a gay pool.
Yes.
Yep.
Deadpool's gay cousin.
That's cool.
Get in here, show me what you got so far.
Yeah, they march to the inside of the cabin. It's admittedly somewhat lacking. Really, the only thing we know for sure is, and then Chester said, well, as she's gesturing at Kenny, we're like kind of sure on that one.
I am not even sure myself.
So we have one piece of hard evidence. And it's just a line between Mickey and
There's
then lots of question mark lines.
Yeah. Pat and Sabrina and Liza are all written near each other, But you could see that like we drew a line and then erased it and then drew a question mark and erased it because we were not sure what the connection was.
You drew. I think at some point we actually like erased that and drew a line that formed a question mark.
There's also a line drawn between Dr. Cartwright and Tommy White. But that was more of a shit post than anything else.
I love that Pat, Sabrina, and Liza are forming the Gay Muta triangle.
Yes.
Does that
Unclear
mean
where
that,
anybody
like,
fits.
what gets lost between the two of you besides everything in translation?
All of the communication. All of the communication is
The
lost in
communication
every
black hole.
direction.
People get within your orbit and they can't talk for gay panic. The gravity of your general homosexuality destroys their ability to speak.
Speaking of destroyed, I'm gonna die now.
So the first things first of how this happens is that Olivia disappears into her little cubby bunk, and it comes back with a notebook that's basically a roster of all the the campers and the counselors. So you have a list of all the counselors too. They're in on this because if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it right.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go make some tea.
There'll definitely be plenty of cocoa too.
Ooh.
Yeah. I need one of your hardest cups of hot cocoa.
Do we have rum?
Is that what that means?
Think
That
so.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Does that make sense? This is Danny.
Hard meaning it has alcohol in it? Sure, why not?
Oh, I thought. Okay, continue.
We were just doing new depths of Mickey kind of dumb. Don't sweat it.
No, it's okay. I was just like, when sense is cocoa mean rum?
I think my mom likes hers with whiskey.
Usually drink it with like Bailey's, but we don't have that here. Shh. But
Mickey just caught liar.
I'm not a liar. What do you take me for?
Who on staff would have sold Olivia secondhand drugs?
Olivia isn't a druggie.
Oh, okay.
She is clean. Although she should probably benefit from maybe some Adderall.
I was about to be like,
But-
who wouldn't? And then directly into the camera. Most of you wouldn't benefit.
No. But what this turns into is her sitting down with this book that she has and opening it and said, okay, so if we're going to do this, we're going to do this right. So let's set up this. Let's go through the names first because you guys probably haven't met everybody who's here at camp yet. So, and she runs through all the names so that you guys can write them down and figure out where to put them on the butcher paper.
Yeah, I think we have sticky notes for doing the preliminary sorting to make sure that everybody is in the right spot.
Good call. They're color coded based on
Categories.
cabin color.
Yeah.
So that we can figure out which cabins are dating.
Subcategories for like the staff and the counselors. Get through your preliminary sorting, and then she's like, okay, so this is what I have so far. based on who I've kind of talked to and gotten to know, this is their orientation, who they would like, whether they're like gay or ace, lesbian, you know, their orientation. And she kind of goes through that for the people that she does know. And then she gets into who she's seen and who she's seen kind of hang out and thinks that are hooking up. She is the biggest fucking gossip, and she keeps a record of it.
Did she already know that Mickey and Finley were together?
Mickey and
Did she-
Finley? Absolutely.
One of
she
the
think-
earliest entries.
She was watching that. She was watching it.
Does she think that Liza and Pat, or Sabrina and Pat, or Sabrina and Liza, is there anything going on between the three of them, according to her?
Sabrina and Pat. Sabrina and Pat is in her list.
Oh shit! Okay.
So
And
the
he just-
question marks between them are changed to exclamation marks.
Kenny's like, I fucking suspected it was you two. And then looks over at the list for Charlie and goes, yeah, that's about right. So many fucking people on this list.
Yeah, he's kind of player.
Fire. He's gonna just burn himself out. You can only kiss and tell so many times before people stop kissing.
Yeah, exactly. And people kind of get tired of that whole song and dance.
Are there any huge surprises on this list? Huge surprises as in earth-shattering for teenagers. Potentially retrospectively very obvious for adults.
There was a point in time that a couple summers ago, and Olivia very reluctantly admits this, that Olivia and Meg had both dated Lars for very brief moments of time. And they regretted every moment of it. And now that they hate him, and that's why they have beef with Yellow Cabin.
Wait. Is Meg lined to anyone currently?
No.
Mickey puts a hand on Olivia's shoulder when this is revealed. We will try not to hold that against either of you.
I promise we make better decisions now.
Bum, bum, bum.
At least for now we know why.
Yeah, Lars is a dickhead. He doesn't do his job.
Don't you have to, go to a training to do summer camps?
Yep, and you train on site too, so he literally has no excuse. And yet. Between you and me, I'm pretty sure he's on his last tail before he gets probation.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Meg reported him for the whole lake thing. The runner's aisle trip. That's apparently he didn't check past the campsite.
What do you mean?
He was supposed to check the island, and because you guys went and found that hunter's nest.
Wait, but that was really cool. Also,
It was It was cool, but we weren't supposed. There wasn't supposed to be anything like that there. Because what if there were tools and something like that still there?
Potentially dangerous.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get him fired over it.
Yeah, he sucks.
You are right. I just feel like a snitch.
Oh, you're not the ones
When
who
I-
snitched.
That means
You
Meg
didn't
is a
know he's the
snitch.
one who did it. Well, yeah, Meg's a snitch.
Mickey
be fair-
very unsubtly looks at her pocket.
To be fair, we probably shouldn't have done any of what we did anyways.
Just heard. There's nothing wrong with being an explorer, and Mickey will like pop a foot up on the court, not on like the mattress itself, but on like the edge of the bunk. There's nothing wrong with being an explorer and checking things out and finding cool bones.
Are you wearing the bone earrings?
I don't think she's made them yet.
Oh, did you not make them? No.
Calm
Maybe
down there,
next time.
Captain Grania O'Malley.
And then, well, I think that's a great opportunity for Mickey to remember that bone earrings are something that's on the table. I have to go to the arts and crafts room. Runs.
The ADHD is real with this one.
Couldn't be. And comes back a few minutes later with like a bunch of wire and oh wait, no. Maybe we did make the earrings last time.
We did.
I thought we did. I was say, I
I
thought
think
we
you're
did.
right. I think you're right. Okay, in that case, Mickey is in fact wearing them.
Bones are pretty cool.
That
That's
makes it
Olivia.
almost funnier in a way that Mickey was like, "Oh, gotta go make the bone earrings" when she's wearing them.
It's one of those things where like she runs 15 paces
Oh yeah.
and then walks back.
Remembered you had those on, didn't you?
Yeah. Forgot that I made them already. It's only so often you get to make cool bone earrings. Think I can find some teeth in the woods?
Absolutely can find some teeth in the woods.
We gotta go tooth hunting. I feel
How are
like
you gonna
that's.
get?
Oh, go ahead.
How are you gonna get teeth?
Like, I don't know. Deer skulls?
You're not gonna find that many deer skulls. Even the hunters pick off all their kills.
Gotta be like a couple that just died. Right?
I mean, maybe. Not sure if any of them are near camp.
I mean, nothing wrong with being an adventurer a little farther away.
Where nobody can see you. Getting into all sorts of trouble. I'm sorry, what?
Mickey flushes.
You need to stay near camp because we can't account for you guys if you go off that far.
How far is that far?
There's
Finley
a
is
property
probably
line.
Finley is probably thinking in their head, just like, okay, like how far have I already gone? Can I push it a little bit more? Because more than likely Finley has wandered off camp property a little bit. Not like trekking but just like not realizing it and then being like, oh shit, there's the property line. I'm gonna go a little bit past it. So Finley is absolutely trying to think about, could I make this happen?
So the way they mark off the property line is like a thick cord line that wraps around the trees.
Delightful. Perfect. Very easy to slip under.
Easy to slip under, but also malleable enough that it can be dealt with.
Gooched through.
Yeah.
We'll find some teeth. I'm sure there's some teeth out there.
I feel like that's a good place to call that scene of maps, relationship mapping.
I think it also puts us at a decent time for maybe taking a break. So let's see. We can get our good friend, our tech manager back here. Let's see Alan rocking out to something.
Yeah.
I heard a mashup of Smells Like Teen Spirit and 22 today. When it was the backing track from 22 by Taylor Swift and the lyrics of Smells Like Teen Spirit. And they line up surprisingly well.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, it's something else. Not that either of those bands exist yet. Bands? People? No, Nirvana was a band.
I wasn't gonna question it.
I appreciate you taking everything I say as fact.
Apparently, Nirvana was founded in 87.
Yeah, that tracks.
I always think of them as like only existing immediately in 1998, but that doesn't make any sense.
Dave Grohl joined in 1990.
Who? Never heard of him. Man, I don't even know anybody named Dave.
Wait, what year's? Wait, what year are we in canonically?
We'll say 86. Sounds like a
80
good year.
86? Ooh.
That
Okay,
way,
like
the
86 is
show
what-
exists before I was born.
Cool. Funky thoughts.
I forgot Poison was in the 80s. I thought they were late 80s, but it was actually 1980.
I mean, Poison was like the height of hair metal.
Aha was in 92. Or not 92, 82. What am I saying? Really? In Excess was 77?
Sorry.
And we are back. Hello, everybody. We had to do a little bit of adjustments there. Fortunately, we lost a member, but that's okay. I believe we last left off with our trio of Finley, Mickey, and Kenny, and Olivia conspiring to create a grid of all the campers and staff, trying to figure out who's dating who, making a big board about it. And Pat and Liza were at the med hall and sharing some feelings. It's been a little bit, so let's say, yeah, feelings. So it's been a little bit. It's about dinner time now, so bells being rung around camp. Counselors are calling for everybody to make their way to the chow hall, where the buffet tables have all been set up with an array of toppings and the basics to make build your own pizzas, basically. And that includes dessert pizzas too. So there's lots of different fruits and candies and things like that as well. So have fun. I can't wait to see what atrocities you create.
So, just real quick for clarification, is it like a ball of dough or is it a pre-made flat? What are we looking at for the dough here?
It's pre-laid flat dough.
Okay. So
And
Eddie's
it's for the
gonna
most
take
part been cooked, and you just pop it in for the
All right.
last few minutes to.
So Kenny's gonna just pour a bunch of Alfredo sauce and throw a bunch of chicken, bacon, and I'm gonna look at the kitchen staff, be like, "Hey, do we have mushrooms and meatballs?"
Yeah, we've got some mushrooms, but we usually keep the meatballs for when we do spaghetti night.
Yeah, but with the power out, they might go bad.
Power's working for us, buddy.
I just need like
Not
5.
using that excuse.
Just 5. 4? 5. 5.
Kenny bargaining for meatballs.
See if you can. Do you want to try to bargain with the
I'll
kitchen
do the
staff?
dishes tonight. Just need some meatballs. I'll do some of the dishes tonight. It's one less thing on your to-do list.
Are we about to have a dice roll in my Camp Runner's Cross?
We're gonna have a
My
dice
Camp
roll
Runner's
in our
Cross?
Camp Runner's Cross to see if you can swindle yourself some meatballs. And roll us a mind.
Rolling a mind. Whoops, hold on. Sorry, I lost my form. Where'd it go?
Uh-oh.
Seriously, it should have been right at the top. Oh, here it is. Hold on. That's a 9.
You swindle yourself some meatballs.
Yes.
I had a 7. And just they think on it and it's kind of going, all right, fine. You deal with your cabin's dishes.
Sweet. I take the meatball, cut it up into chunks, put it in with this Alfredo chicken, bacon, and mushroom, and and then I fold the whole thing over and cover it with cheese before I stick it in that oven, making me a pizza calzone.
God, I can't wait until the Alfredo oozes out over everything because calzones are not meant to have sauce.
This one does.
Gonna cover everybody's pizza.
I think Liza is having a moment of not knowing what to do.
There are definitely plenty of vegetarian options.
It's not I think that's relieving.
Yeah.
But I think it's just the mere it's okay, so anybody who's standing near Eliza will like as like people are making their pizzas or going down the line, will like she will see that pizzas are being made and you most likely hear a whisper like I'm not supposed to have that. And so she's having a moment. But I think she will settle to have a hold on. Is there like vegan cheese? That's a
I'll
thing,
say
right?
yes.
Okay.
There's vegan cheeses.
Okay. Liza will have a pizza with just cheese. And then get like a little side, like there's like a dessert. I heard there's like fruits and stuff. She'll get like a little side of strawberries, but not put it on the pizza. It's just for her. And that's her dinner.
This place was not made for Liza.
What place was made for Liza?
What
Just-
can I do to give Liza actual food? Please give me a list, Danny.
Out of curiosity,
I thought I was
looked it
working
up.
my way around it.
No, you're doing good, I promise.
I looked it up to see if vegan cheese was around, and apparently it was first made in 1910.
Oh, look at that. Yes, no, trust it. Liza's been eating. It's not the camp's fault. It's Liza's upbringing. It's not being vegan. It's everything else. But she will
It's
still
the
have
trauma.
fun. It's the trauma.
It's-
But she still have pizza and fruit. It'll just be a non-topping. It'll be a toppingless pizza.
It's cheesy bread.
It's cheesy bread.
I mean, that's better than what's happening with Pat.
Oh no.
Oh no, what's happening with Pat?
Well, you said that there's like a bunch of vegetarian options, right?
Yes, there is.
I'm guessing like spinach and other, olives, whatnot.
Yes.
Pat is getting like essentially making a salad, grabbing some of the fruit, and noping out. Like not making a pizza out of the pizza toppings.
Yep, valid.
That's very fair. I feel like Liza sees that and it's like almost ashamed that she didn't think of the crisis she could have avoided herself.
Well,
You have a
keeping in
second
mind-
chance. You can do it.
Keeping in mind
she's
that
committed.
Pat is canonically lactose intolerant, so she's not grabbing any kind of cheese.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm just going for a classic Hawaiian pizza. Pineapple is not the cheese crime today, and I'm fucking thrilled about it. That is so base compared to everybody else and their internal struggles. I'm just getting pineapple pizza.
1962. I had no idea it was that far back.
What, pineapple on pizza?
Hawaiian pizza specifically.
Hell yeah. I've had to defend it before. That was the only reason that I knew that I would not be super far out for it.
Good.
I just
It's
love
not
looking up
bad.
anachronisms. This is part of how my brain is wired incorrectly.
Fair.
Wired differently. Not going to be mean to myself.
Better not.
Eat because Furman said not to be today.
Yeah. Today.
Today specifically.
Well, today she said it, so it's in my brain. If it was
Ah.
said in any other day, it's not going to be there anymore.
I see.
But yeah, I think I got the largest food crime this time of taking the toppings without the pizza.
You know how much toppings you would have to make that constitute as a meal? Okay.
Considering the objective was pizza and you said no to the pizza, I think that, yeah, that's the food crime winner.
Good job.
Although it could be considered a crime that you get a ton of Alfredo on everybody else's pizza.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of crime.
That's not a
Kind
food.
of crime.
That's not just a food crime. That's just a moral crime.
Get an earful from Meg because you got Alfredo all over his supreme pizza.
It's good for it.
No. Very grumpy because it's like half of his pizza is now covered in Alfredo.
But yeah, this is I was gonna say this is probably the first time that Pat's like specificity of food choice has resulted in her eating less than she might have.
While we're all sitting at our table, I think Liza will just sort of be
Danny has to momentarily die. We'll let her ride it out.
I'm fine. We're okay.
Sorry, say that again.
I had that real quick. While we're sitting at the table, Liza's just going to, after praying and eating her pizza, will look at everyone and will say, is there an activity for tonight? Or
I think
There
think
wasn't
it's,
any setup.
yeah, I don't honestly know.
okay.
Meg?
He angrily sets down tray. Yes. What's up?
Is there anything on the docket for tonight?
Yes, there is. There's a meteor shower tonight. Well, technically, it's going to be around like all week, but tonight's a viewing.
Cool.
There are a couple of guys are outside setting up the fires for s'mores.
Okay. Okay. That Liza will look down at her empty plate because she has removed her her tool to awkwardly get away from conversation. That was her pizza. It's gone now. So she just like looks down to try and eat. There's nothing there, so she just sort of looks down at her plate. And says, "Okay, that's okay. That sounds nice."
You okay, Liza?
Yeah. Wow. Wow. I'm fine. I'm okay. Sorry. I'm okay. I think it'll be a good time. As long as everyone is together and such.
You don't seem real confident about that.
I'm not very confident about a lot of things. So
Fair enough.
You know, it's okay to say, like, you're not okay.
oh yeah, I'm just paranoid. I'm just paranoid. That's all. It's nothing. It's nothing where I'm not okay because I feel like I'm physically okay, and I mean, I feel pretty. I mean, I'm with you all. I'm pretty happy. I feel, we're together. There's a sense of community. And I feel okay. I think there's just some aspects and things and thoughts that are not maybe as okay, but it doesn't mean me as a whole person is not okay, I think. And I don't want it doesn't have to be a big thing because there's other things.
If you don't take care of little things, they can turn into big things.
Yeah, that's true. I just don't want it to be a big thing for everybody because we were sitting nicely, quietly, and now we're talking, and I'm talking, and it's like we could have avoided this whole conversation if I just didn't talk at all, and then everybody would have been about their day, and we would have gone to seen a Meteor.
I think Kenny is probably sitting at a different table because Counselor Meg is mad about the Alfredo all over the pizza. He's like, you can come sit with me.
It was baddish.
Just come sit with me. I'm all by myself.
Oh, I mean, I think you could join us, Kenny.
I don't think Meg wants me there right now.
Oh,
I
With
don't
my
care. You
Alfredo.
can sit here.
With my Alfredo calzone monstrosity.
You can sit here. I'm gonna glare at your calzone, but you can sit here.
oh, I missed something.
Like, bring my food over.
Hi,
Listen.
Kenny.
I'm kind of sorry, but Alfredo makes everything better.
You're not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
See,
Makes
not
me
sorry.
glad I didn't try to make a pizza.
Alfredo makes everything better.
He does not.
Not me.
Pat, if you're still hungry, I can see if there's any more of the fruits.
No, I'm fine. This is not even a big deal.
Oh, but you just said, but but I feel like you're doing the thing I was doing just now, where it was not a big thing. But I mean because of small things can be made into big things if you don't deal with them, So if it is a small thing, even if it's just a little thing, maybe we can look at it if you want.
We'll have the tables turn.
Does Meg say that?
Yep. As he tries to scrape some of the Alfredo off of one of the slices of pizza.
She'll get out her notepad because we've upgraded to notepad.
You upgraded.
And she's tapping the paper for a while before she writes out, I'm just used to dealing with, how do I say this? Used to dealing with not having the things I eat available. She'll hand it to Liza.
Liza will read and sort of nod. I can maybe make a little fruit bowl, and then if you decide, at least just for you to have in case you decide you are hungry, so it's still there.
No. I'm good with where I'm at. I could get a second plate if I really needed it.
Okay.
Honestly, the camp's been better than what I'm used to.
I think that's it for a lot of people here, which is a good thing. I really like that. I really, Counselor Meg, I'm really thankful for you.
I just always had really strict diets.
I did too.
But I don't know, I guess I'm not competing for anything anymore.
Yeah. It's okay here.
It's just hard to break habits once you have them.
And I think Liza's going to turn the piece of paper over that you gave to her and write something down on it. And instead of handing it directly to you, she's going to put it in sort of the middle of the table so that it's sort of everybody can read it, sort of thing. And on the paper it reads in much more messy handwriting than Liza's usual handwriting is. Since what happened during the Danny
Relay?
Yeah. Since what happened during the relay, I have been very on edge that something bad will happen because I was reminded that nowhere is safe, really. And then in much sort of very scribbly writing, that's a little harder to pick out. It's a little easier to read. Phobia. Shower. And then I think a beat passes, and then Liza, being Liza, will say, well, I guess it's not really a phobia, technically. It's not really like that. It's just a small, it's more, I guess it's an anxiety, I guess. It's just a phobia, because I can look at it. I've seen meteor showers And I think they're pretty, but also I just sort of associate them with maybe the end of the world. So yeah. But I'm sure they're pretty, and it'll be a really nice time, and there are marshmallows and fires, so it'll be nice.
Oh, man. My brain, like during this whole thing, I hadn't connected Meteor. That you were talking about the meteor shower.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the meteor shower.
I was like, yeah, hydrophobia is a thing. I get that.
You're scared of showers. That's okay. That's so fair. That's okay.
Pat will write out, I got you. Nothing bad will happen.
I think Liza will take that and will once again sort of fold it up very neatly and just hold it very close and then hold it in her lap and just say, thank you.
Over across in the corner of the room, we see Olivia making a line on a piece of paper.
I see.
Punched over a little notebook in her.
Olivia is gender bent Charlie Day confirmed.
And I think we can go to the actual meteor shower, mayhaps, unless somebody else wanted to do something, but that was all I had for Liza.
How is Finley enjoying that Hawaiian pizza?
Finley's having a grand old time and is probably with Mickey, just like silently watching the note passing.
Oh my god.
And then is like trying really hard to figure out what exactly is going on. Doesn't want to be invasive. Has already put their foot in their mouth today, so doesn't want to do it again. But is definitely being nosy. Pizza's
It's
great,
like
though.
Finley is trying to solve an algebra problem before he learned algebra.
Yep. Yep. Finley showed up with a whole brain cell to camp, but most days it has gone away from them. So
that sounds about right.
Yeah, most of the time it's with Jeremy.
It's true. It's true. Who is there?
Jeremy.
Finley's probably feeding some pineapple to Jeremy. Is pineapple toxic to frogs?
I don't know.
Hold on. Do frogs eat pineapples? Do frogs eat shrimp? That's just not what I asked.
No, it's literally what first. But it's unclear.
Apparently, frogs cannot eat fruit.
All right. Well, then I'm not giving him pineapple.
Okay.
I like to think since Jeremy has the brain cell, Jeremy stays away from the foods that are poisonous to him. Jeremy knows better than Finley does.
Better. Yeah. He knows better.
Jeremy definitely knows better than Kian.
That's fucking true.
Jeremy has figured out the entire plot of his camp and just isn't able to share it, unfortunately.
Jeremy knows more than I do at this point.
Which is rude because Meg's looking for the plot. Where is it?
I know. Share, Jeremy. Come on.
Share with the class, Jeremy.
Didn't bring enough for the class.
The plot is the friends we made along the way. I'm pretty sure it's actually the scale.
For real.
And I love that, actually.
The plot is the ships we made along the way.
Alright. So dinner comes to a close, and Kenny, because he swindled meatballs from the staff, has to go clean up dishes.
Hey,
but
listen,
everybody else,
I did the crime, I do the time.
But everybody else gets to go join the counselors who will set up throughout camp. There are little stations set up with smaller fires that have stations for like s'mores and cocoa and telescopes. There are some telescopes set up so that they can look for constellations and watch the meteor shower. And it's not cabin specific. I mean, cabin counselors all have their own dedicated area, but they're not going to make you sit with your cabin. So you're free to wander about, hang out with who you want to, and just kind of roam the camp and enjoy some company and cocoa and watch the stars.
As we previously discussed, whenever Vermin had to dip out, Mickey was supplying for anybody who is interested in cannabis for the meteor shower.
Yeah, Mickey is linking up with some friends.
I definitely think Pat is going to partake in this instance because that's too good to pass up.
Liza will respectfully decline. I think it's the moment.
Considering Liza thinks that the meteor shower is a doomsday event, probably not.
Not a
the
good
smartest
idea.
move.
Yeah.
Do it.
Not do it.
I think
Please do
at
not.
some point during the evening, it's going to occur to Pat to say, if this is a doomsday event and it happens every year, that's really weird.
Well, it's not. Yeah, it's not that. That's fair thought. It's not that it will. It's not that meteor showers really necessarily mean exactly that the meteor will be the end of the world or anything. It's I have a weird thing with stars, and falling stars, and meteors are almost like closer falling stars. I mean, not closer, obviously, they're still very, very far away, but you know, they're closer in a relative scale, and it's you know, it's said a lot in the Bible about the end of man and the coming of God and how the stars will fall and heaven will shake and we'll never know when it will happen. And you know, sometimes I mean it's it's just it's not. I look at it and I guess it's just, what if that's it? What if the stars are falling and it'll be over and I wasn't good?
I think at that point, Pat is going to look over to Liza and say, "You're a hell of a lot better than I am."
Oh, I don't think that's fair. I don't know if I want to be better than you or to even think about being better than you. You are, in the grand scheme of my life, have been better. Just in general, you've been better. And that's really all that matters to me.
Well, if you want to get down to my level, there's a lot of things you're going to have to do. She just chuckles.
Like,
I think the silent response is her lighting up a joint.
Oh.
Not saying that she is going to like pressure Liza
Yeah,
into
no,
doing it.
that's-
More saying like,
yeah. And I think what's really very funny after that is this entire time Liza has been holding a marshmallow for Kenny. Just for whenever Kenny comes back, they've just been holding an extra one to make sure there's a spare one. And I like the picture, if you're good, Alan, if you're good with it, that just Liza will like very much as an excuse see Kenny not even close, like if you're just like far coming over, and we'll start waving, say, Kenny, I saved. Oh, that was loud. I saved you. You can have for s'more.
You just see like a gloved hand holding a sponge, and he's just like big thumbs up, and then just like all the soap dripping into the sink.
Yeah. Oh, I have. Nah, not yet. Not yet. But yeah. What's Finley doing during the watch? Does Finley do the partake in the highness? Oh wow.
Finley partakes in the highness. Yeah.
In the
No,
times of high.
Yeah, in the times of high.
In the times of high, we partook.
Berman had messaged me. Finley and Mickey are kind of similar to the first time that they did some stargazing. Mickey's head on Finley's shoulder, which is a little hard, so Finley's probably like standing up straighter than is necessary because they're kind of short. Finley is trying really, really hard to still be a cool kid, so they are smoking and probably still not doing a great job at it because Finley's experience with partaking in the highness in the times of high has all occurred during summer camp, so there's not a lot of experience there. But yeah, probably wouldn't have wanted to partake in too much in a conversation about goodness and right to exist in the world, because that's not something that Finley feels confident on. But I imagine sort of the camera panning out to where you can see both Mickey and Finley kind of off to one side, and then Liza and Pat, and as Liza and Pat are having that conversation before they start waving at Kenny, listening to Pat kind of talk about like, well, like you're like, if you want to get on my level, and Liza being like, well, like you're better, and kind of just like the awkwardness of it all, I think is probably making Finley smile while it's happening.
Very cute. Eventually, Kenny does get released from his dishwashing prison. You're not there for very long. They make you wash like your cabin's worth of dishes and maybe some more after that. But
I figured. I just come running out as quickly as I can, going, all right, marshmallows, joints. I need both.
Oh,
were the meatballs worth it?
Yes.
As she hands a joint off to Kenny.
Liza hands the marshmallow.
Thank you. And like poke a hole in the marshmallow and just stick the joint in on one end and use the marshmallow to smoke.
innovative.
Innovation.
Mickey showed me that one. And it does make it taste sweet.
That's a whole different kind of food crime.
I don't. Okay. Okay.
I'm speechless on that one.
You weren't expecting that?
I really wasn't. But now that you mentioned it, yeah.
It really is. Okay.
It's a good one. I kind of look. Go ahead.
Go for it.
I was gonna say I kind of look over at where Finley and Mickey are. I'm like, let's give them their space. They look like they're enjoying themselves.
Oh, okay. Are they...
I mean, if the camera were to show Finley's face at that moment, Finley is sweating buckets. Finley is thrilled at like the turn that everything is taking, but is by no means confident. There is no coolness to this. Finley doesn't know what they're doing. They're just trying their best.
Oh.
I love that Finley was more confident when they got one hit in on Pat.
Oh hell yeah. Hell yeah. They've got a sibling. Finley knows what it's like to be in a scrap. They have no idea what to do around their crush, especially when their crush likes them back.
Oh, cute. I think Liza will look at Kenny real quick and will say, are they?
Yes.
Wait,
I
I
think-
didn't finish the question.
No. Okay, yeah. No. Go ahead and finish your question because I thought I knew what the answer was to that.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna ask if they're okay. Are they
Yes, that one is.
Okay.
That one's a yes.
Okay. So they just want, and I think like Liza will look at Pat for a second and then look back at Kenny. Okay.
Like recognize what's going on in
Mhm.
Finley in herself.
Understood. Okay.
Game recognizes game, so lack of game also recognizes lack of game.
Shaking hands. But yeah. I think eventually Liza will just actually be looking at the stars. We'll not use the telescope, we're not at that level yet. But we'll look at the stars and just sort of settle in between sort of Kenny and Pat. And we'll just be sort of staring up. And she gets very anxious at times. But she will also essentially just be the not high buddy for these two during this as well. That just becomes her role, and she's okay with that.
I think at some point, probably after she has finished with the joint, Pat is going to look over at Liza and say, "Are you like cold or anything?"
Yeah, a bit. I mean, yeah. That's the answer.
And she'll like open up her jacket and be like, "Do you want to?"
You don't get to finish the sentence. She just like scoots over very quickly, leans against Pat. You can see it's almost like Liza was waiting for the moment. somebody needed to hold her right now. And so she's like, this is my time. So yeah, she very quickly settles in. And sort of
I shouldn't have looked at the freaking channel chat.
Oh Lord.
Meanwhile, Kenny's like, "Are you? You know what? You guys have a good time. I'm just gonna go hang out with Olivia."
Oh, wait, Kenny, are you cold too?
No, I'm good. Just
Wait, are
you
you
guys
sure?
enjoy yourself. Yeah,
I
have fun.
love the idea of Liza holding her arm out and Kenny going and cuddling up with Liza, so the three of them are just cuddling.
It's very different for Kenny than it is for Pat with Liza, obviously. Liza's just like, oh, I'm shooing him away. He's leaving.
No.
I think he wanted to give us space.
Oh.
So actually, as you're wandering around, Kenny, you bump into
Alex.
bump into Alex. It was more. It wasn't intentional. It wasn't as if it was intentional or anything. It
Hey,
says,
you.
hey, you.
I
Little
am.
pound in the arm. He's
Yeah,
fully leaning into the awkwardness as a joke.
yeah.
How you
So
doing, man?
a little soggy. I was doing dishes for a little while there. I got prune fingers.
Yeah, I noticed that. What was the deal?
I needed meatballs
Why did you need meatballs?
for the ultimate calzone.
Are you why there was fucking cheese all over the oven?
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Oh, god damn it. There was cheese all over my tray.
It's good. It adds. Cheese goes with everything.
It does. But I don't want my hands to be covered in it when I'm carrying my tray to my table.
Well, I'm sorry.
Fine. Make napkins for a reason.
Yeah, you should have seen Meg's pizza. There was Alfredo all over it.
Oh no. He was pissed, wasn't he?
Yup. You got a fire that you're over at?
Yeah, I was just hanging out with my cabin and wanted to get to walk around and avoid them for a few minutes.
I got half of this marshmallow puff. If you want to do a little bit of that with me.
Marshmallow puff. Did you stick a joint inside of a marshmallow?
I did.
That was
You
fucking
can-
genius. Give me some.
Right? Come on. Hey, it's the Stay Puffed marshmallow.
That's genius. Holy shit.
It's not.
Wait, my lit one.
Just don't make a Ghostbusters 2 reference. Hasn't happened yet.
Damn it.
So have we
Oh,
caught
no. Go ahead.
have we caught one of the meteors yet?
I'm watching them streak by. Not really a big astrological guy, you know. I like having my head in the clouds, but not really much higher than that.
I think they're pretty cool. Like, makes things seem kind of small, you know?
Yeah. I am not sure how high I am right now. Or, hmm. And he's just like kind of blank for a minute. He goes, "Hey, about earlier."
Hmm.
I didn't mean to kind of freak out on you there.
Caught yourself off guard with that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. A little bit. More than a little bit. A lot of bit. Like a Mack truck.
You want to try again and see if you're more prepared this time?
Yeah. And
And
yep. Go ahead.
yeah, he leans over and gives you a kiss.
Yeah, he gives it one. He gives one back, and this time he's just like, yeah.
And of course, you turned into a robot, so I don't know what your response was.
Damn, what the hell is going on with my mic?
It sounds
That's
fine
still
now.
it's weird. It likes going in and out for some reason.
It's okay, you're good, no worries.
It's on my end because everybody's a robot.
Oh.
Oh. Domo arigato, Mr. Robot. Kenny does lean in and give him a kiss back, and he takes a deep breath and goes, "Yeah, I like that. That was much better."
I did too.
What do you say we finish the Stay Puft Marshmallow and do that some more?
I'm good.
Sweet.
It's what Kenny deserves.
I do have at least one other thing that Pat wants to say, if that's the end of that.
Yeah. We can pop back over there.
Pat is going to write out to Liza, and Liza's going to be able to see it because she's like in the crook of Pat's arm as she's writing. But Pat's going to say through writing, "I'm not sure what's up with your religious stuff. That's never been my thing. All I know is I first started liking other girls when I got to high school, and the church wasn't happy about that. So I haven't paid much attention to religious stuff since then." And she will hand the pen to Liza in case she wants to say something back.
Oh. Sorry. Okay. I thought I've had thoughts. Think Liza stares at that for a second, and you see this sort of like a acknowledgement, sort of recognition. And she will write back. I see she like almost like laughs a little bit. As she starts writing again. It's weird seeing religious stuff in writing when it's always been more sacred than that in writing for me. But that's not a bad thing. Um, this is my whole life and has been made my whole life. And I've questioned things more since I've been here. And she stops writing for a second. I never told my parents that I liked girls. Because I already knew what they would say. And I think I was very lucky. And she stops writing at Lucky. And I think her hands start to shake a bit because it looks like it's harder for her to get another specific part out in writing. So she pauses, and out loud, she will very quietly say, but, despite everything I've been told, and everything, we were talking about being better. A big part of, at least my religion is that God will come down one day, and it will be sort of angels will come and collect everybody who was a good follower. That doesn't sound like a good way to say it, but I think that's all I can really process it as right now. And maybe that's just because that's how my parents said it. But and that it would sort of be judgment for everybody else who who didn't heed sort of the Lord's words. And I don't know how true that is, or what part about that is harsher than it needs to be and what isn't. But if an angel came down and judged you, I would fight an angel for you.
I was gonna say, if an angel tried to judge you, I bet I could kick an angel's ass.
Like, Liza looks around for a second. I think you could. I think you could. I think Finley could too. I could see Finley doing that. I think both of you could. It would be like one of those things you see in a movie, that you see sort of on the where it's like two people fighting against a
Dude, between Finley, Kenny, and me, maybe even Mickey, I bet we could kick all the angel ass.
Yeah. I would help.
Yeah. Yeah, you would.
Yeah. Did I ever told you? I think. Hold on. Everybody calm down. Hold on. I need to check a thing. Checking a thing. I don't know if I've told you. But I have like fought someone before. So I think I could. Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to. Obviously, I felt really bad about it, and it wasn't like it was a thing where it's like I initiated a fight, or I was looking for a fight, or it was during the fight I was saying, "Oh, this is really cool that I'm doing this, and this feels like very good progression on my character." No, I didn't feel like that. It was very bad, and I didn't like it at all. But it was self-defense. And oh wait, oh okay. See, I was trying to say this is a thing to impress you. No, it's not impressive.
You don't have to say anything to impress me. You just are impressive.
That's never been a thing before, so thank you. And I think she just like cozies closer and like sort of wraps a sidearm around Pat now. And I think that's a good place to sort of, and unless you had another thing you want Pat to say.
Nothing else to say specifically.
Yeah,
I had considered something else, but I wasn't sure. Hell, why not?
Let's get into it.
Pat is going to look at Liza and say, "Hey,
Hi.
with all the stars like this, seems like a good time to ask you, would you want a kiss?"
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's
Do
okay.
you want that?
Yes, I do. And she will lean to kiss Liza.
And Liza will kiss back. She's very happy about it. She also doesn't know what she's doing, but she will do her best to reciprocate.
I think that's a great spot for an ending.
I think so too. I'm behind that. So I think that's where we are gonna call session for the night.
Oh, I was thinking scene, but session for sure.
I think that's a session moment.
Okay.
Unless somebody else has something they would like to do tonight. And yeah, I think that's where we'll call it.
Can there be a post-episode scene of like like Liza having to do post-care of everybody who got high and now has a headache?
Yeah.
Like an after credit scene of
Not
Liza.
like, doesn't have to be a full scene. I just like the imagery. Just being in the cabin and suddenly everybody just seems like going down off of a high.
Just a little comic panel
Yes.
of Liza being a little nursemaid.
Yeah. Bring everybody
Everyone's
water.
in their bunk.
Pat's
all.
like,
Right.
you are so impressive right now.
Oh. I think talking makes it hurt more. You don't have to, but thank you.
Well, that has been us for the night, guys. We're gonna go ahead and go in overlay order and do our sign-offs for the night. And that starts with Alan.
You're muted.
Probably helps if I tap the unmute on my mic. Hi everybody, my name's Alan. I've been Kenny, and there is a pupper here who's excited for everybody. And you'll find me here on Friday for Site 117G, where we hopefully wrap up that whole spiel. And so if you like SCP, that's the show to go. After that, you'll find me here also that Sunday for Breaking Neon. And yeah. And then end of the month, we have King's Gambit as usual. Then we just start back over for our regular rounds. And that's it for me. So, Kian.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. You can find me on the interwebs at uptight_chiffon, uptight-chiffon, depending on which platform you're on. I have been Finley tonight. I am a recurring cast member over on Lost Caravan. I'm in Fabula Ultima campaign over there. I am in I really should know my schedule by now, and I definitely don't, and I'm sorry. I am in Fabula Ultima. I'm in our Old Gods of Appalachia YouTube series over there. I am in a YouTube series. We're playing Spliced over on Exquisite Corpse Presents every other Wednesday. I'm on Beacons over on High Shelf Collective. I'll also be hanging out on Lost Caravan for a couple of one-shots later this month. And then starting in the new year, I will be joining Entropy Emporium, which is a brand new channel. We just announced it maybe like 2 weeks ago, but it starts in January. We were starting with 2 campaigns. I think we're announcing one of them tomorrow. But I'll be hanging out over on Entropy pretty regularly every week for their campaigns there as well. So yeah, follow me on socials. That's going to be the first place that you hear about the things that I'm part of. I got a couple of projects coming down the pipeline that I can't talk about yet, so I will post about them when I'm able to. That's me. Are we going in an order or are we popcorning? Because I thought you said order and then Alan threw it to me, and I am
Yes,
unclear.
we're popcorning, apparently.
Okay, I'll popcorn it over to Sin.
Alan looking very quickly at the
Alan
overlay
didn't
order and realizing his
understand the
error.
assignment.
I did not.
Hi, I am Sin. Synthetic 20 on all the social media that matters. If you're still on the dumpster fire, then Asynthetic 20 on Twitch or on Twitter. On Twitch, I am Queensgate Chronicles and QG Chronicles on Twitter and Blue Sky, because I have rebranded my channel for TTRPG content, and we are going to be starting on the 5th of February with the Queensgate Chronicles, starring myself as GM, but also on cast as the lovely Danny. Our own Danny is going to be there. I am super excited about that. Also, I've got the Site 117G, where I will be playing a respawning Cajun asshole. And I think that's all you need to know about that character. I'm going to be playing Pathfinder on the 28th over on Lost Caravan. And then it's all New Year's stuff for me, including getting back to that incredibly awful cliffhanger that Alan left us on for Fragments of Tomorrow's Apocalypse. I'm still angry about it, but also don't stop. And I think that's everything. I'm going to be running Bloodless over on Nerds with Dice at the beginning of January. A friend of mine, Inio, wrote that solo RPG about surviving the night as a vampire. I think that's everything. Also, I'm making the Queensgate system. That's a thing. Follow me on socials if you are interested in that, as I turn it over to one of my lab rats, I mean wonderful players, in Danny.
My lawyers will be in contact. Hi, my name is Danny, Danny's Corner. I'd love to tell you where I'll be, but, you know, I love to know myself. But for the rest of this month, blur, except for this Saturday, because the all lesbian gaming group that I'm admin for, Hearth Guild, we are hosting a charity event on the 16th, raising money for the PCRF, the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. And it's going to be our usual 12-hour sort of stream chain. You come into a stream, and then we right into the next stream, and there'll be the next stream, and it'll be a bunch of different games. We have a special Minecraft hide and seek event hosted by Bumpy Jake that we're collaborating with in doing this event, just a sort of holiday, winter themed hide and seek. And so yeah, if you want to be there on Saturday, make sure you check out our Twitter at Hearth Guilds with an with an S, and with an S, and keep up to date there where we release more information. We actually have the schedule out now for what streams will be there, so you can check it out over there. Besides that, I am you can find me on Twitter at Animated Pizza, don't question why, on Twitch and YouTube at Danny's Corner. One of them has an apostrophe, I don't know which one, and on other places probably TikTok and Instagram and Blue Sky. I think I'm there. It's a little I exist there, sorta. There's a profile. Also I have commissions open. You can give me money and I'll draw for you. Okay, good night. Back to you in the studio.
Back to you in the studio. I guess that leaves me. Hi, everybody. I'm Meg and/or Meg Mysteria. You can find me as such on Twitch, on Twitter, on Itch, on Blue Sky. Also, I wouldn't know anything about using players as lab rats, as I am building a system that I'm using for this game specifically. Not at all. Wouldn't know a thing. But as far as where you can find me next, next thing I've got coming up scheduled wise is going to be Breaking Neon on the
17th, I think.
17th. Yep. Which will be right here, and then on the 27th, I'll have By His Shadowed Piece over on Neon Lights Roleplay. We'll have Heart of Darkness. That's still a to be determined date right here on Singularity.
In which I'm gonna play a cat, right?
Yes, we're gonna kill Sin, and he's gonna play a cat. They're gonna play a cat. It'll happen. It'll happen if my sanity lets it happen. After that, it just kind of cycles back to next month and our business as usual rotation. So that's that. We have Perception Studio up. We might throw them a raid and see what happens. What's happening with our Muppet friends over there. That is it from us tonight, guys. Thanks for sticking around. We're contacting our tech, our lovely favorite tech. We love them.